My name is Melina Myers. I've been teaching for 7 years now at Florida State. The idea of computer science as a freshman, I probably would have thought about like, well, computer science probably just for those people who've been like programming for fun since they were 6 years old, and they're like these prodigies who could just like, and they're done, and that's not the case. So I learned that through being a student. The thing I liked about it the most was that you're essentially solving a puzzle, and you can solve the puzzle in whichever way that you would like to solve it. So you could give the same question and puzzle to 50 people, and all 50 people will come up with 50 different, some maybe the similar, some maybe totally different, some maybe are really long, some maybe are really short, but 50 different ways to solve the exact same problem. And maybe there's 50 solutions that are all really similar and really good, and maybe there's one solution in that bunch that works better than all the rest. And so it starts to get to the point where when you start to being able to get good at solving these puzzles and solving these problems through code, you can then challenge yourself too to think, well, how can I make it better? How can I make it more efficient? How can I make it quicker? And those ideas start to get really exciting. I love the idea of building something and seeing the thing that I was building succeed. Now, if you've programmed before, you know that there's a lot of hoops and hurdles to jump through before you succeed. So if you take a programming class or you expose yourself to this for the first time, my main piece of advice is don't be afraid when your code crashes or fails. If that happens, that's insanely normal. And you have to get used to being able to jump over those hurdles, being able to say, okay, that didn't work, let's take a step back and let's look at things step by step. You have to be very meticulous. You have to be detail oriented. Now, what makes it worth it when you get through all those roadblocks is when you actually get your program, the thing that you created, to do what you wanted it to do. And that feeling, if you've ever had that feeling before, you know that that's what keeps driving you to keep working. And that feeling is what makes all of those frustrations worth it in the end, is knowing that, yeah, it was tough, but I did it and I got it done. Another thing that I wanted to mention that I always talk about with my courses and my students is if you're considering computer science for maybe not even just necessarily a job, but it may be a minor, or if you want just to put programming on your resume, that is something extremely valuable because you can apply programming to pretty much anything that you're interested in. So like, let's say you're interested in medicine. Say you would want to be a doctor. Maybe you could program software that hospitals use to help monitor their patients. You can apply it to whatever aspect you want. If you like sports, maybe you could write software for analytics or statistics of sporting stats. So you can take this idea of programming and creating and apply it to whatever else that you enjoy in life. Programming's tough, but again, those rewarding moments when you get it right are totally, totally worth it. There are more jobs than people can fulfill in computer science, so don't be afraid to explore programming. So if you kind of just incorporate it into your daily routine, you're going to notice that knowing how to program is going to be a big benefit for you. And hey, maybe you'll use it down the line in your future job.